Hello everyone, welcome back again. So in the continuation of our communication series, as you all know that we were doing the barriers and we have completed the two parts of the barrier. Now we are going to pursue the third part that is also very much important regarding the barrier. So the third part is barriers at the level of receiver. So without any delay, just begin. So students, we are talking about the barriers that occurs at the level of the receiver. As you know very well that receiver is the most important entity, or we can say one of the most important entity for the process of communication. We can't even imagine the process of communication to be fulfilled without any kind of receiver, right? We know that the sender and the receiver are the most important entity that have to be present while communicating. If anyone will be missed, then obviously the process of communication is not going to be started, fulfilled or fruitful, right? So now the whole video is all about that what kinds of barrier occur at the part of the receiver's end. Like whenever the at some time the receiver is not so much competent to understand the message that is sent by the sender in the same manner, right? Means receiver has some kind of lacking, receiver has some kind of issues to understand the message that is sent by the sender. So in this video we are going to focus like what kind of barriers. See, there are various kinds of barriers occur at the part of the receiver, but we have to drag out some of the general as well as important barriers that might be occur at the part of the receiver. So we have to be much aware about that. So first of all, I would like to define, as you can see at your screen, I'm just highlighting it. I hope it is very much clear. See, here it is, the highlighted part is saying that if the message is not received by the receiver in a proper manner that has been sent by the sender, then definitely the communication get failed. And the lacking is in the part of the receiver. समझ रहे हैं आप कि अगर रिसीवर के पार्ट में लैकिंग है, रिसीवर को मैसेज को समझने में कोई दिक्कत है, परेशानी है, वो समझ नहीं पा रहा है, वो उसकी अपनी कंपेटेंस के अनुसार वो नहीं समझ पा रहा है मैसेज को उस ओरिजिनल फॉर्म या वे में जिस तरीके से सेंडर ने भेजा है, समझ रहे हैं? तो रिसीवर क्या कर रहा है कि उसके थॉट्स क्लियर नहीं है या उसके पार्ट में बहुत ज़्यादा लैकिंग है। तो जब कभी भी रिसीवर के पार्ट में कोई भी कमी होगी किसी भी इंफॉर्मेशन को समझने के लिए या एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए, तब हम कहेंगे कि बैरियर्स का अकरेंस हो रहा है एट द पार्ट ऑफ द रिसीवर, right? So it is very much clear. Now we are seeing that what kind of barriers occur, like what kind be the reason of occurrence of the barrier at the level of receiver. So like the very first one, the first point is poor listening skill, right? Do listen it very carefully that if the receiver is not competent, like competent in the sense of the receiver is having the problem of lack of concentration, he does not hold a good listening skill. See, whenever you are very attentive listener, you are not going to miss out any kind of information. Suppose, let me give you an example. Like right now I am elaborating things of regarding the barriers part, and if you are listening this video and if you don't have, you're not putting your full concentration at the time of understanding the concept, so it will be counted as the barriers at the part of yours. Like I'm not saying that sender does not hold or I does not hold any kind of barrier. I can also, but if at the my end, if each and everything is very much clear, but at your end you are not giving your full attention to understand this video lecture, so then definitely you are going to miss out some important information, right? So the first point is saying that if the receiver is having the poor listening skill, then definitely he is going to miss out the most important information that has been sent by the sender. If he does so, then definitely this the barriers will occur and it will adversely affect the communication part. right? So the first one is poor listening skill. The second point is saying that lack of concentration. Like lack of concentration here, it means here the receiver is only listening like little part, or paying attention to the only starting part or the at the end part, as well as here the receiver is becoming very much careless whenever he is receiving information from anybody, right? So if there will be lack of concentration at the part of the receiver, then obviously the occurrence of barrier will occur, right? Third one, you will found that these three things are very much interrelated to each other. So the third one is also very important. See, here it is written selective, right? Selective listening, or means here the receiver only listen to the part to whom he is interested. Means if like it happens various time, like in this video lecture I am explaining you each and everything, and so much content is there. Might be you will found that yeah, like this content is so boring, yeah, I am explaining like little too much, so you are just going to have the selective attention, right? So do remember that selective attention or selective listening also become the cause of the barrier, right? Occurrence of barrier occurs from here also. So selective listening means a person listen only to that part to which he get the appeal to listen, to which he found useful, as well as he found that the person who is saying something, that part is of useful to him only. Rest of the part he doesn't listen. So selective listening is also very also affect adversely to the process of communication. And the last one is differences of perception. See, as you know that difference of perception is very much normal. People, two individual or two entity have different kind of relationship with each other. They have their own ideas, objectives in their life. They have their own values. So difference of perception will definitely going to exist. But the thing is that how we are dealing with it. Like as you read in the part of the sender, that if the sender is not flexible in nature, then definitely the occurrence of barrier will be there. So same goes with the receiver. If the receiver have the difference of perception, but he does not want to cooperate with the sender, he does not want to settle out the things, he does not want to take the things to be ease out, he is very much becoming very much complex in nature to deal with the other people, to deal with the others perception, he does not want to be on the same page. So definitely it is going to be affect the communication part. So moving to the next slide, let's see what are the other causes of the occurrence of barrier. So like as you can see, the very first point, or we can say the another point, is personality factors. Like personality also affect the process of communication. Suppose the sender is quite extrovert in nature, sender is very much social, sender is very much lively in nature, but the sender to whom the sender who is communicating with the other person is quite we can say introvert in nature, quite limited himself, as well as does not very much social or enthu, right? So here these all things also affect the process of communication. But if both of the parties are quite mature enough to settle out all these problems, then there will be less possibility of occurrence of these barrier. So we can say that personality of an individual also affect the process of communication, right? So here the point is personality factors, or we can say like the personality, we talk mostly about the introvert, extrovert or ambivert, but the thing is the personality also depends on the mood, mental state, or we can say the psychological strata of the people. So all these things occur at this part also. See, personality factors is both applicable for the sender as well as the receiver. So we can easily write out or explain out at the part of the sender as well as the part of the receiver. Next one is lack of feedback. This is very much important at the part of the receiver. As you know very well that receiver is the entity that who has the responsibility to give the feedback to the sender. If the receiver is not giving the feedback to the sender that he had understood the message, or he had some kind of problems in understanding the message, or we can simply say that if the receiver is not receptive in nature, right? If he is not going to give the feedback to the sender, then definitely there will be the barrier. The process of communication is not going to be complete. As you know that the process of feedback is the most important entity of the completion of communication. So we can say that lack of feedback at the part of the receiver is the major occurrence of the barrier. So you have to remember this. Next one is not mentally receptive. Like at the at the time of sending the message, sender was very much quite enthusiastic in nature, but at the time of receiving the message, the receiver is not very well versed, having a very good mental strata, right? He is not mentally receptive at the time, so he is going to be have selective listening, he is going to have lack of concentration, he is going to have very much kind of dilemma. He is not mentally present at the time of receiving the message. So not mentally receptive means at the part of the receiver's end, if there is any problem that he does not have sound mental health, so it is also going to affect the communication process. Next also, last and the second last also, you found it same at the time of the sender, so it is also applicable to the receivers too. Educational qualification and experience in culture, right? Like if the sender is giving some kind of very high level information that is not understandable to the receiver does not hold that much educational qualification or experience, or having a very diverse, coming from the very diverse background, he is not able to understand the concept given by the sender. So it will be, so the barriers occur at the time, it will be fall under at the part of the receiver. So these all things matter, that here mutual understanding, cooperation, things should be there. Like there should be a better understanding between the sender and the receiver, like at what part or what kind of communication should be initiated by the sender and how the receiver is dealing with it. So the second last and the last one is saying that educational qualification and experience in culture both are applicable for the sender and the receiver. If both are not on the same page, if both are not having the ease out information, sharing ease out information to each other, then definitely there will be slight barriers occur. So students, that's all about today's lecture. But one more thing I would like to add here, that as you all are thinking that we all are talking about the occurrence of barriers, what are the reasons of the barriers, but we are not talking about that how we are going to get rid of all these barriers. So in the upcoming videos we are also going to listen, I am going to share that how we can remove all these barriers, what kind of relationship should be a sender and receiver should hold for the smooth functioning of communication, how these barriers should be avoided to make the communication process more effective. So that's all for today's lecture. I hope it is very much clear to each and every one. If you found any difficulty, please let me know. So let's meet to the next video lectures. Thank you so much for listening.